Let me explain something most people never hear explained properly. You know that moment when everything is finally quiet. No phone, no noise, no one talking. You're in bed, lights off, nothing happening. And somehow that's exactly when your brain decides to go wild. Thoughts start firing non-stop. Random stuff, work, old conversations, things you forgot, things you can't fix. And you're lying there thinking, why is my brain louder now than it was all day? Most people are told that means they're overthinking, or anxious, or bad at relaxing. But that explanation is lazy and honestly wrong. Here's the part that actually matters. Your brain does not calm down because it's quiet. It calms down when it feels safe. And silence is not the same thing as safety. If you've been under constant pressure for a long time, not dramatic stress, just non-stop low-level stress, your nervous system learns to stay alert. During the day, distractions keep that alertness busy. Emails, noise, movement, people, tasks. Your brain is reacting all day long, so it doesn't need to process much. At night, all of that disappears, and for the first time, your brain has nothing external to focus on, so it turns inward. Not because something is wrong, but because it finally has space to do what it thinks it's supposed to do. Scan for threats, review the day, prepare for what's next. That's why silence can feel uncomfortable. For an overloaded nervous system, silence isn't peaceful. Silence is unfamiliar. It's the moment the brain goes, wait, where did all the signals go? And instead of relaxing, it turns the volume up to compensate. This is why telling yourself to just stop thinking never works. Your brain isn't doing this to annoy you. It's doing it because it thinks it's protecting you. It doesn't trust that it's okay to fully shut down. Another thing people miss, lying in bed doesn't automatically tell your nervous system that the day is over. You can physically stop moving and still be chemically in work mode. If your system never got a clear signal to come down during the evening, bedtime is too late. The brain doesn't switch states on command. It switches based on patterns. So when people say, my brain won't turn off even when everything is quiet, the real issue isn't the quiet. It's that their system never learned how to exit alert mode before the quiet showed up. That's why some people actually feel worse when it's silent. The noise was never the problem. The noise was the distraction. Once you understand that, a lot of things start to make sense. Why scrolling feels easier than lying still. Why podcasts or background noise help some people sleep. Why total silence makes thoughts louder, not softer. Those aren't fixes. They're workarounds for a nervous system that doesn't feel safe enough to power down on its own. The real solution isn't forcing sleep or controlling thoughts. It's teaching your body, earlier in the evening, that nothing needs to be monitored anymore. That there's no threat. That the day is actually done. When that happens, silence stops being a trigger. It becomes neutral. And only then does the brain naturally quiet down without a fight. That's the part nobody explains. And it's why so many people feel broken when they're not. If this sounds familiar, I broke down exactly how to retrain that shutdown process in the guide. Not motivation, not hacks. Just how to get your system out of constant alert so your brain doesn't feel the need to stay on duty all night. And once you get that part right, silence finally feels like rest instead of pressure.